Are cats and dogs really natural-born enemies, or is their rivalry just a myth? Join us as we explore the fascinating world of feline and canine relationships and uncover the truth about these furry friends. Are they really friends, enemies, or something in between? Let's find out. But first, what do you know about their differences? Let's check your knowledge with two quick questions. Number 1. Do cats generally require less attention and exercise than dogs? Yes. Number 2. Are dogs more social animals and enjoy spending time with their human owners more than cats do? Also yes. Dogs are generally more social animals and have evolved to live in packs and have a strong desire to interact and bond with their human family members. How did it go? Well, that was only the tip of the iceberg. Let's jump into today's topic right away. The rivalry between the species. The rivalry between cats and dogs dates back centuries and has been the subject of much folklore, literature, and pop culture. Cats were domesticated by humans around 10,000 years ago in the Near East and were valued for their hunting skills, which helped control rodents that could damage crops and spread disease. Dogs, on the other hand, were domesticated much earlier, possibly as far back as 30,000 years ago, and were originally used for hunting and as guards. The historical rivalry between cats and dogs can be traced back to their differing roles in human societies. While dogs were prized for their loyalty and utility in working roles, cats were often kept as companions and valued for their independent nature and ability to catch mice and rats. In some cultures, cats were even revered as sacred animals, while dogs were seen as mere tools for hunting and protection. However, as humans began to keep dogs as pets and cats became more domesticated, the rivalry between the two species became more pronounced. In modern times, the rivalry between cats and dogs is often portrayed in pop culture, such as in cartoons, movies, and books. Despite this, many households have both cats and dogs as pets, and they can often learn to coexist peacefully with each other. Though, cats and dogs do not always coexist peacefully, and in some cases, their rivalry can escalate into aggressive behavior. The ability of cats and dogs to get along depends on various factors, including their individual temperament, past experiences, and socialization. Some cats and dogs can form close bonds and become great friends, while others may never learn to tolerate each other's presence. Introducing a new cat or dog into a household where the other species is already present requires careful planning and supervision. It is essential to introduce them gradually, using positive reinforcement techniques and monitoring their interactions closely to prevent any aggressive behavior. The differences between the two. Cats and dogs are two of the most popular domesticated pets in the world, and while they may share some similarities, they are also vastly different from each other in terms of their behavior, physiology, communication, and their dependence on humans. Hey, dropping in real quick to ask you if you would please consider subscribing to our channel, as it really helps us. Back to the video. Behavior. One of the most significant differences between cats and dogs is their behavior. Cats are known for their independent nature and tend to be more solitary than dogs. They are also more likely to be nocturnal and may spend much of their day sleeping or lounging. In contrast, dogs are social animals that thrive on interaction and attention from their owners. They are also more active during the day and require regular exercise and playtime to stay healthy and happy. Physiology. Cats and dogs have different physiological adaptations that reflect their evolutionary histories. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they require a diet that is high in protein and fat, and they have specific adaptations that allow them to hunt and catch prey efficiently. They have sharp, retractable claws, flexible spines, and powerful leg muscles that makes them agile and quick. They also have keen senses, including excellent night vision and the ability to hear high-frequency sounds. Dogs, on the other hand, are omnivores and have evolved to live in close proximity to humans. They have adapted to a diet that includes both animal and plant-based foods and have specific adaptations that allow them to communicate with humans effectively. For example, Dogs have a highly expressive face and can understand human gestures and body language. Communication. Cats and dogs communicate with humans and each other in different ways. Dogs use body language, such as wagging their tail or cocking their head, to convey their emotions and intentions. They also bark, growl, and whine to communicate vocally. Cats, on the other hand, use body language, such as arching their back or flattening their ears to convey their emotions and intentions. They can also communicate vocally with meows, purrs, and hisses. However, cats are generally less vocal than dogs and may use subtle cues such as the position of their tail or the dilation of their pupils to communicate their feelings. Dependence on humans. Dogs are highly dependent on humans for their social and emotional needs. They require regular exercise, socialization, and attention from their owners to stay healthy and happy. They are also often trained to perform specific tasks and rely on humans for guidance and direction. Cats are more self-sufficient and can adapt to different environments more easily. They require less attention and socialization than dogs and can often entertain themselves for longer periods. However, cats still depend on humans for food, shelter, and medical care and may form strong bonds with their owners. What to do if you've got both in one household? Socializing cats and dogs in one household can be a bit challenging, but it's definitely doable with patience, persistence, and a few simple techniques. Here are some tips to help you socialize cats and dogs in one household. Number 1. Start with separate areas. When introducing a new cat or dog into your home, it's essential to give them separate areas to avoid territorial disputes. Ideally, you should keep them in separate rooms with their own food, water, litter box, and toys for a few days or even a week to allow them to acclimate to their new environment. 2. Use positive reinforcement. Reward both animals with treats, praise, and affection when they behave positively towards each other. For example, if your dog sniffs the cat and doesn't show aggression, give your dog a treat and praise them. Likewise, if your cat approaches your dog without fear, reward your cat. 3. Gradually introduce them. Once both animals seem comfortable in their new separate areas, you can start introducing them to each other. Start with short, supervised visits with both animals on a leash or in a crate. Allow them to sniff each other while giving them treats and praise for positive behavior. 4. Use scent swapping. Swap bedding, blankets, or toys between the two animals so they become familiar with each other's scent. This can help reduce fear and aggression when they meet face to face. 5. Create positive associations. Make sure both animals associate each other's presence with positive experiences. For example, feed them their meals in separate areas, but close to each other so they can see and smell each other while enjoying their food. 6. Supervise their interactions. Always supervise your cat and dog when they're together, especially during the first few weeks. If either animal shows signs of aggression or fear, separate them immediately and try again later. 7. Be patient. Socializing cats and dogs in one household takes time and patience. Don't force them to interact if they're not ready, and don't punish them for aggressive behavior. Instead, give them space and time to adjust to each other's presence. Well, now you're maybe wondering what type of cat goes well with a dog. And we made a video telling you all about that. You can check that out by clicking here.